it's a Mighty Marvel Show, and I'm Paul, and I'm coming at you today from the deepest, darkest depths of the Mediterranean because I've got a G.I. Joe classified, and it is this beautiful figure. Let's put him in there. This is Torpedo, Edward Torpedo Aloha. This is a sensational figure, and I'm going to talk a little bit about him today, obviously, because I've just put him on screen. You'll notice at the start of this video, however, I have weaponed him up. And there is a reason for that, which I'll come to in a moment. But first of all, let's just look at this figure in his glory. I'm so pleased with this. I did sleep on this, actually, when it was first released. But when it actually came out, and then I saw the eels released as well, I was like, oh my goodness, I've got to get them. And if you're getting eels, you've got to have someone to fight the eels. And to be honest, I'm so glad I managed to get this version. So this is an import version for me here in the UK. And he's just glorious. He's such a fantastic figure. I'm going to take a lot more detail, obviously, at things like the articulation and everything like that at the moment. But as you've seen with the box and the artwork and the super cool artwork inside the box for this character as well, really, really pleased with it. Here's another little look at that artwork inside. Look at that. That's glorious. Really, really pleased. I actually really am a fan of the G.I. Joe packaging that Hasbro have got going on. I think it works really, really well. So, in terms of the figure, the reason I put the weapons in him now, and you can have a look at the weapons pack as we go here. So there's some really cool accessories here. So you've got his harpoon gun, and it's got the cable tied around his wrist as well to keep it on when he's in motion underwater. Now that is a great looking accessory, but it is super flimsy. And if you take a look at it here, so I'm going to put that here, it's really flimsy. It came with the harpoon already bent in the box, and it wasn't even, lying on anything in a bad way or any reason for it to bend. It's just a really gummy, plasticky weapon. To get it in his hand, I mean, it's already, I put that in his hand secure earlier, it's already started to work its way out. It's quite flimsy, so the trigger finger there has not gone back in, so I will do something with that in a minute off camera. I've already put his dagger in. The dagger is really cool, and that does slot in very easily. So the dagger is cool. It does sit in there nicely, which I'm going to do off camera because that's just annoying for you to have to watch me doing that. And then he's got this smaller machine gun here as well, which is very good. Does sit nicely. Got a detachable magazine clip as well, and that goes in really, really well. As a figure, as articulation, to say, it's glorious. It's got really, really so great double knee bend to it there, and the feet go right the way back. Very important for a character that wears flippers and will be swimming underwater, I believe we'll find. And then if I do take the machine gun out of his hand, actually no, I'm not going to do that because it is a real pain to put back in. The double bend is a brilliant double bend on the elbow there. Moves so well. And this came, again, always warm your figures up when you take them out of the box. I did, but I didn't need to. It just moves so well. The ab crunch on it is excellent. Look at that. So again, for these twisty, turny, agile underwater shots, it's going to be glorious. The bend right back as well is great. And then you've got super good head articulation, full range. So that real underwater, looking around, getting his bearings. It's just a really, really great figure. I'm so pleased with it. So I'm going to put the rest of his accessories on him now, and we'll be right back. Oh, cue the worst underwater noises possible that you could make. But here we go, in his full glory, falling over because he's obviously underwater. Here is Torpedo, fully weaponed up. And he looks exceptional. Again, it's just fantastic. Take a look at these flippers, first of all. So they are really soft material, really nice and pliable. They fit super easy. They just slide straight on, and you've got a grip at the back. They're so well fitted on there. It's great. You get full range of motion back with the foot on it. And they've even got this cool left and right inside them in case you're a donut like me and you can't work it out. So they work really well. And again, full range of articulation in the feet for him when he's underwater in motion. There we go. That's going to look so cool. Get that leg bend right back. It's going to look so cool when we do the shots on later. So again, working our way up. So I put the knife in the side. That sits really nice. I love that the fact that these move on the leg. I do like that. So you can get different range of motion for those different shots with it moving around the leg if need be for different pictures. So I do like that. This one is fixed with no weapon into it, like a sort of comms pack and in a little accessory pouch on the side there. Great detail on his underwater timer. I've got a close-up of it here. You can see on the screen. Really good paint application. Very, very clean. The red really makes it stand out. That sort of deeper, sort of almost crimson colour really makes it stand out on the figure. And he looks so cool when he's in these underwater shots. So really, really pleased with that. And then the headgear. So the breathing apparatus. So the backpack sits in super snug. So he's got, I can take that off and show you. So he's got the movable belt at the back, and that fits in. And when that is in, that grips to perfection. That's not coming out. That's really cool. And it sits so snug onto his back as well, which is really, really pleasing. So the pipes for his breathing apparatus. So as you see there, they just peg in very easily on both sides. I might actually glue those at some point and just keep them in there, because then if I'm going to do a shot with him on land and he's got it off, you can just flip it off. And again, it lifts off his face so comfortable, but it fits on so nicely with the hook on the top. They've really thought of everything for that. There's no fussy needing to fit it. There's no need to play around. It's not awkward in any way. It's super comfortable. Genuinely, my only complaint with it is that the weapons are really really flimsy, and that's a shame, especially this harpoon gun, because that's obviously his key weapon, his key feature, and it's just a bit of a shame that it's very, very flimsy. And even when I hook his hand under here onto the harpoon line as well, onto that bit, it's really loose. I do worry that that's just going to come off at some point. So that is my only complaint with it. But as you say with all these figures, warm the hands up first, and then when you put them onto the weapon, you can really get his hand open to get it in there and grip it. But it is very fiddly and finicky, and I'm trying not to take his hand grip off too much. So that is my glorious look at Torpedo. Let's have a quick look at scale. So I'm going to scale him up with some Joes. So here's Torpedo with Roadblock and the Fortnite edition Snake Eyes, which is very much obviously the same scale as the original Snake Eyes, or the one of 8 Snake Eyes we've now got. So they scale up really well. I think that works particularly well there. Here he is with a couple of Cobras. Here he is with Major Blood, and of course, Cobra Commander. And again, that's a nice looking scale as well. Don't know why they're underwater, but it still looks cool. And of course, how could I not give him some creature to fight? So, might need a different background to it, a bit more saltwater. But here he is. Here is Torpedo with Fiona and her babies. And of course, the mighty Crocmaster. And I can't wait to get these two clashing underwater as well. We've got eels, we've got crocodiles. It's going to be great. And that, my friends, is it for this video. I'm super pleased with Torpedo. Let me know if you got him. Of course, stick it down in the comments. Like and subscribe. That'd be lovely. Thank you so much if you are already. And thank you so much if you're about to as well. And I'm out of here. For me and Torpedo, bon voyage.